Have you ever used bits of wire with your hands, obviously, to find some water?
Oh,
I have. Well, I got taught that as a kid, actually. So I thought it was a load of bullshit.
Oh, you mean like divining?
Yes.
Oh,
Sorry, dowsing.
dowsing.
Dowsing is the proper name for it.
What's divining then?
I'm divined.
Yeah.
You are a bit divine.
But I have finding water back for like places for bores and that. Just when I was a young fella and that, there was a few borers coming out and just drilling, and they sort of. I can't remember.
They put you in charge of the $10,000 borehole.
That was sort of mental and like showing, like,
Oh,
hey, young
yeah.
fella, here, have a go at this, you know.
Yeah.
And at one stage, because I think there are a few different ways to find the water pockets, obviously underground. And one of the ways that they were doing it had malfunction or something went wrong. So they just like, oh, we'll go back to the old school way.
We got some bad wires.
Here's some wire. And then when you're walking around and when they cross, that's where your water pockets are. And then you can, I think there's obviously more to it than like, I think you can, in a way that they cross and that you can sort of find the depth.
Some people are different. They can sit there and feel it through their hands and go, righto, the water pocket or is so far down. But not only for finding water pockets for drilling bores and stuff, get out in your backyard, get a couple bits of water together. If you know there's a pipeline or something in your backyard, walk over and try it, because I've known of people when when it twists real strong, then you got real strong, close water, like magnetized, I guess it is. So you can find water leaks and stuff like that. Obviously, the further,
I just look
deeper
for
it's going to go.
Grass that's green.
Yeah.
There's a bit of moisture there, boys.
But that is actually a good little point. Like that is a good science experiment. Like if you get 2 bits of wire and you go, like if you know there's a water pipe going on a tap or something, or even closer to a tap, and that. I'm not a scientist by any means, but I don't know how the science behind it works.
How about some people get like a copper wire and that sort of thing, like the different materials?
Well, copper is actually meant to be the best for it.
Can't recall if I've seen the copper method before, like that, whether it's more of a.
Well, you're meant to be able to divine for all different sorts of shit, like minerals and gold and what?
Dowsing.
Or whatever it is. I don't know. Me pot reckons he can do it, but I don't.
Yeah.
I think it's just a lucky guess. I could point at that hole in the ground. There's a bore there.
Yeah, no.
You drill deep enough, there's going to be water out of that.
Well, for the people that have never heard of it or know what we're talking about, you get a bit of L-shaped wire. The smaller bit of the L shape will be about the size of the fist of your hand, and then the longer bit will be about 250 mil long or so, and then you just walk around, hold them softly in your hands, 2 bits, one in either hand.
You
hold
just
them softly
basically hold it sort of just by your sides.
Yep, elbows down.
Elbows sort of tucked into your hips or so forth, and you just walk around looking like a robot.
Yeah.
And then they'll naturally just cross without you doing anything. They'll like your energy. I don't know what sort of energy that you.
I think it's
call
like witchcraft energy.
It sounds like that. It sounds stupid.
I've seen it done a few times, and I'm not fully convinced.
What do you think then when you see it and them wires cross? Do you think that's them doing it in their hand?
100%. You just got good palm muscles.
So you've never tried it then? You've never actually felt the wires cross?
Well, the reason why I'm skeptical is because when I was younger, we had a couple of bore drillers come around home, and old mate had his little bits of twig. And he's walking over. He's like, "This is crossing." I'm like, "Give me that fucking wire, mate." And I walked over, and there wasn't a cross to be seen.
Well, I recently was talking to a fella about this, which brought my attention to it and made me do a bit more research on it, because I knew about it, but I didn't believe it. He reckons he was holding them as hard as he could hold them, and this fella's a big fella, like towered over me, and crossed. And he's like, and then you walk past and they'll actually point back at you to say you've passed.
Yeah, pull up, bro.
Yeah, you've passed the water.
Yeah, you reverse.
Woo bullocks.
Back up, brother. Too far.
People talk about you've either got it or you don't. Like it's a spiritual thing that passed down or whatever. And I've talked to many a bloke that swears by it. It's one of those things, I think, if you drill a hole deep enough in the ground, you're going to find something.
Yeah, no.
Anyway,
not when it comes to water.
reach out if you're a diviner, because I'd love to be proven wrong.
Diviner?
I'm
Douse.
sticking to
Douse.
it. If you're a
I could-
jouster, a douster, a diviner, a finer, whatever you are, reach out to
If you
me.
drill for water,
Yeah.
just, yeah.
If you can put a hole in the ground and then show me some water, well, yeah, maybe I'm on for it.